Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Memory Karunga speaking. For those that are new, for the golden oldies, thank you very much for joining in again. Excuse me for any and every background noise that you might be hearing, because I'm busy recording. My children are at the house and wow, it started raining, so bear with me. I already tried in the morning to record this, and since the camera is new, the focus was not so well, so I decided to redo it. But anyways, today I want us to talk about, I don't even know how to name this video, but we're gonna be all over the place. I want to tell you a story. It's a story time video. It is a time where I want to tell you guys, actually I want to encourage someone, and I also want to be of motivation to someone. 2020 was a year that was full of surprises. It was a year that, like some of us, people don't like 2020, but I liked 2020. I so much loved 2020. Not for the fact that Corona came, but for the fact that I had to stay home and then cozy around and bond with my children, bond with my husband. Sometimes they were irritating and they were like, I was getting frustrated. I was getting frustrated at some time, but I enjoyed most of the parts of 2020. It was brilliant, and it went, and then we started working again, and the pressure started, because like a mom that is commuting every single day 40 kilometers, it's not no child's play and no joke. I had to be doing that, so that's why it was an easy year for me. 2021 came, and most 2021 came, we're praying and saying that 2021 is gonna be my year, 2021 is gonna be different and stuff like that. But guys, 2021 was not different in any form or any manner. It was a year that really taught me a lot of lessons. It was a year where I have lost a lot of things, and I've gained a lot of things. Also, I've gained a lot of knowledge, and I have also started seeing life differently, and I started appreciating life also, because this simple air that we breathe in, that we are taking for granted, was the air that I was deprived of, and I could not breathe. And I am appreciating the air that we have each and every single day after I had the Rona. And now it's all in the past, and I'm happy I am out stable. I think it was around the time that we had lockdown or something, or the lockdown was lifted and something like that, and travel bans were lifted. I don't know, it was some sort of situation happening. But in July 12th, 2021, something happened that really changed our lives. I would say for the best. And before you hear the whole story, you'll be wondering, why for the best? Our house burnt. If you guys have been OGs, you know that we recently moved the site in Ovitoto. And when we moved with every single thing, like our children, pets, and all those things that people move with. That's what we moved with. And since we had a bigger house in Grootfontein, and we are now in just a 2-bedroom flat, we use the children's room to store most of our things in boxes, and how the ladies store things, that's how I at least did store my things. And we had a huge fridge in that room, and we had a lot of items in that room. And on that particular day, you see, I'm always bragging about staying at the village. You see, the downside of staying at the village, living at the village and staying a farm life, is that once the electricity goes, the water goes, everything goes, and it comes to a standstill. And in our instance, that day, the electricity was gone for the whole day. Usually, NamPower notifies or Senoret notify when they are cutting the electricity. But it was not notified, or perhaps we didn't have the information of of the electricity would be cut for that particular day. Guys, we had a farm day, a real farm day, whereby we cooked on the fire. We were just sitting around looking at each other. There's no way you can, like, there's also no network. When the electricity is gone, network is also gone. There's no way you can say, I'm quickly gonna call someone and keep myself busy. There is absolutely also no way you can say that I'm going to visit who. So we just had to stay and stare at each other and then cook on the fire and then had good family time, bonding time and all that. Alvada thing, which was so awesome. Me and hubby decided, okay, since it's a day we don't have electricity, let's go back and then go to bed early. And then just cuddle as husband and wife in the bedroom. Then our last born King, you guys know King. If you're OGs, you know King. If you don't know King, just go and watch a video, answered prayers video. You'll see King there. King was sleeping in their room, and then we were in our room cuddling. Then Kingy all of a sudden just woke up and then come to our room. And he cuddled with us. We're just talking, lying down and telling stories and stuff like that. So guys, after some few minutes, I heard someone knocking at the door. Dum, dum, dum. So both of us just kept quiet. And it's like, my husband's brother started calling my husband on his native name. And it's like, you don't call your brother on his native name? And like, we were just looking at each other. And then the brother started saying, are you still sleeping? The house is on fire. And then we just jumped up. I was in bed, so I was butt naked. Okay, although I was wearing an underwear and I was wearing a jersey. So when panic mode kicks in, guys, you just run out. So I even forgot about my baby. I ran out. I ran for my life. I just had to run. I went out because I'm having this, I don't know, my husband says that I'm having Chinese lungs. I totally disagree with him. I'm having original lungs. So he says I have Chinese lungs. So my Chinese lungs, I don't know if I'll be sued for saying this, but anyways, but this apparently fake lungs of mine could not bear the smoke in this house. So I just had to go out and just get fresh air. So I just went out because my mind was just telling me, just go out, go and get fresh air. So I walked out. I forgot about my son. Then Kingy boy is like coming on. I said, Mama, where are you going? That's the time that Kingy was starting to talk. Mommy, where are you running to? And I was like, oh my goodness, my heart was melting. And that's where I see that I'm not a good mother. I can be all the good things, but that's where I realized I'm not a good mother. But anyways, guys, don't judge me. So Kingy came there. I started freaking out, and I was like looking for a plan to know. The house is, as I'm speaking at this point, literally, the house is on fire. And I am standing there holding my head and turning around. And Genevieve is looking for the knife. To do what with a knife, guys? Just guess. Genevieve want to cut her hair off. But that's not the story here. She was so stressed, so she didn't know what to do. So she felt like the best thing to do right about now is to cut my hair off. Extinguishers, because that day when we went to take the fire extinguishers, we noticed that the fire extinguishers were serviced probably in the 1997, 1998. I don't know. Is it which year is it, baby?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Long ago.
There you see. Look, this thing was serviced long ago, and that thing was just standing there expired. Nobody did any inspection, and we stayed there. We didn't also do, and the house was also not having any fire safety nyana things. That the extinguisher was at the clinic, so we had to rush and get it, but it didn't work. That whole time we are trying plans, the house is just burning further and further and further. So my husband, imagine, I already told you guys, water also finished. The good side is it looks like the clinic is at a downhill side and the entire water of the town is moving into that direction. So the clinic is the last place to finish the water. So at least the clinic was having water. But people had to like go to the clinic to get water to come here and come and extinguish now the water. Every time we are, imagine just HO2 is hydrogen and oxygen. With that is water. Now water is oxygen. Imagine blowing fire with oxygen. It still burns further. The more you pour water, the more it burns. The more you pour, the more it burns. And that was the situation. But these guys had this, you know, I also like watching cartoons with my children. They were having super gecko muscles. The children would know, and then with the super, it was just like a movie. You guys will think I'm joking, but guys, if you were there, you will know. It was like there was Superman and Spider-Man and Hulk that day. The guys were just moving, and the neighbors, you see, they say that it takes a village to raise a child. That day, the village people that I'm staying with, that I'm breaking about always, they stand in arms, they stood together and they helped us, our neighbors. Though like the place where we stay, it's not like, it's like come at the town side. If I am allowed to say that, we live in a town situation. So the people that were there, that were at least assisting us with extinguishing the fire. And I had to drive somewhere else to go and get more people and get more assistance. And then that night we went. Now the thing is, guys, when you buy a house, you are informed to take insurance of your goods and your property. But before we even bought our house, we bought a car, and in the car insurance we had take household content insurance. When we relocated, your girl did not change the address, because you were supposed to change the address to inform the people that I'm no longer staying there. I'm staying here in case a burglary happens, or fire in this case happens. What if a flood happens, or a tsunami, Hurricane Katrina happens? So you need to inform the insurance broker that I'm moving from Ochivarango to Chume, what have you. Homegirl did not do that. I did not inform the insurance. And when our things burned, I was sitting with a huge headache. I was now wondering, like, what's gonna happen? Where are we going to get all these things? Because we lost, like, we are meat eaters. Like, we are Namibians. We are Hereros. Hereros eat meat. In Namibia, we know that Hereros eat meat. We are eating meat. So we decided we are buying a huge deep freeze and just putting meat in there and then eating every single day. Unhealthy, I know you're going to judge me. Vegetarians, please hold your ears so that you cannot hear the stuff. They're nasty for you guys. But yes, we eat meat. So we had a big fridge in that room. We had stored a lot of things in that room, and the fire catched there. And we lost a lot of things. But this is not a paid video, but I'm going to mention that Old Mutual, once we put in our claim, we try to inform them that we did not change the address. Obviously, you're already nullified. Old Mutual, which was now our insurance broker, they said that no, the board is going to sit and then they're going to look into the issue and then they're going to do something about it. And they gave us something to keep us going. The essence of the story is I'm basing it on Romans 8 verse 28. And everything that happens for the good, for the good of those that love the Lord and is called according to his purpose. The devil thought that me and my husband and my son would die in that fire. But God took us out and God blessed us with other things in other forms. The devil thought that he's going to finish us many times. The devil thought that he would finish me, my husband, and my children. But God had greater plans for us, and God is still having greater plans for us. It is just a testimony today that there are so many times that some of us were supposed to die. My husband was also in a lot of situations where he would die. I was also in a lot of situations where I would die. But God has kept me safe. I'm telling you the story in a sense of acknowledging God in your life and knowing that anything that happens that is bad is not just happening because the Lord is just permitting. Sometimes it's the works of the enemy, and the enemy is there to kill, steal, and destroy. John 10:10. But God came to give life and in abundance. And anything that happens, God used every circumstances for His glory. So God saved us from that thing, for us to stand up and today give testimony and say that the Lord is good and He is worthy to be praised. He has saved us from this trouble and we are out of trouble. That is the works of the Lord. Second thing of this video that I want to say, it is very important for you to put your money aside. Savings are important. Insurance is also a form of saving that you are doing. If you are insuring your goods and services, in case you don't know, and in case you have never heard of insurance, let me tell you today, you can insure even your phone. You can insure your household content. You can also take like retirement policy. We will talk about that one in another video about retirement policies. You can save your money and it can keep you going. If we did not have that insurance, we would not know where to start. But I'm also going to give a shout out to the people that assisted us. There was Woman of Integrity. I met Mama Rhoda in Okahanja, just in a boutique. I went in her boutique to buy something, and that's where I met her. And then she added me on a group of women that are praying, and women of integrity, as you can hear. When I informed them that this is what happened to us, those people raised money, and then they bought us mattresses, blankets, and they gave some of the clothes to my children, and it could keep us going for some period of time. And I'm entirely grateful for a family that God has given me. There were people that were really calling in to ask us, how are you doing? That's where I knew that really true friends are there, and God brings you people that care for you. But it also means that in order for God to provide for you, you need to use your own door. Don't just say that I'm waiting for God to come down from heaven just for you and just save you. My dear, God is never gonna, if you're having that illusion, my dear, I don't know when you're gonna snap out of that illusion, because trust me, God is not gonna come down and rescue you. God gives you, that's why the wisdom to be able to think and plan, and God gives us resources like YouTube so that you can listen to me and learn new things, and I can also learn from you guys. That was my short story about my sad house burning and me losing most of the things, which God has replaced it already, and we got them back. So I thank God, really, I really thank God for our lives. Like, if we could have died, our children, because our children were outside, sitting outside the time the house caught fire, they were enjoying the moonlight, they were enjoying the fire, so they could be orphans this day. But God has not forgotten about our family. God saved us. People would say it's a coincidence, but I don't believe in coincidences. I believe by God creating chances for us to take use of it for His glory. I don't believe in coincidence. It was no coincidence whatsoever that we survived that, and we went through that, and we still alive, and we're kicking it, and we're still gonna do it. I believe that it was the works of God. If you are there watching me and you have given up on life, and you think that nothing that I do ever is working out, anything that I'm doing is just going to waste and it's not worth living, why has God forgotten about you? I think that circumstances come for us to see the brightest side of the coin. Most of the time, what we see is what we focus on. If you focus on the negativity of an issue, that is what you see. But if you are learning to focus on the positive side of something, what is the circumstances teaching me? What have I gone through in this thing? Is it worth me frowning and drowning and crowning over it? Or is it worth me being grateful? Being grateful is a good posture to have in your life. Gratitude takes you a long way. That your girl likes talking. I would talk the whole day. Given the opportunity to talk, I would just talk the whole day. So I would just like to wrap up my video and say thank you if you have watched thus far. And please do not forget to subscribe. And I challenge you to share it with someone. Maybe you guys are getting bored of just hearing the word of God. But now I told you a story, a real-time story, a lifetime story, where things didn't go well for me, but God was still there. I'm always going to mix him in the equation, because the equation is never going to be completed without him being in it. So thank you very much for watching. If you guys want to see Genevieve in the next time, you guys will see it. We will upload a video, the one that wanted to cut her hair off with a knife. But now she's no longer cutting her hair off with a knife. She's cool. She's a cool girl. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Ciao.
Bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, thumbs up, and comment below. Bye.
Bye-bye.